Okay, as far as my course share, I'd like to introduce everyone to something called Nearpod. It is an app, and you can also use it obviously on your computer. I was introduced to this last year, and I did a small project with it. So you can explore some. I could quickly show you here. They give you a variety of subjects. They have some created professionally, some created from amateurs. You can actually purchase them. There's some that are free. You can basically build your entire classroom curriculum, or a large part of it rather, on this. So you can see top free, top paid, team picks, and you'll see it's extremely interactive, and you get some really great data from the kids, or the students rather, as to what they are understanding. And that's the best thing. You get that continual feedback loop. So let's take a look at my library. And right now I'm teaching short story writing. So we're going to look at how to use quotation marks properly. So you can see here there's a live session, which I'm going to show you. There's a homework feature, which I haven't really explored honestly. And then of course an edit. This is something I downloaded from Jennifer Nichols. And so it's quite nice. You can get a basis, and you can expand or delete parts of it. So let's go ahead and start. So I looked at it already, so here we go. So essentially you have your students interacting with on any device, have them plug in those letters, and then you can start. And then you'll see students waiting to sign in. And you can see exactly who you're interacting with. It's quite nice and interactive. So this is for basically 4th, 5th, 6th graders. Got quotation marks. I teach middle school. This is basically appropriate as well. So clearly states lesson objectives, and the specific writing and reading skill is very clear once we start. So it kind of does a little what do you know about using quotation marks. And so what happens is each student enters yes, I know, yes and no, or no answer, yes, I feel very comfortable, and so on. So you just get a histogram of who knows what, and then you can keep this and actually have it for your record. It's quite nice. And here, of course, it gives just a general background information about quotation marks. And then continuing on, talks about using start and end quotes to show what characters are saying. This is what I'm going to focus on with my students specifically. And then there's a small video that is essentially starts right here. And then it basically is a catchy rock themed song that highlights specifically what quotation marks, when they're used, how they're used, and then the grammar usage. That's important as well. So I'm not going to show you everything here, but it talks about a specific writing skill, which is kind of the purpose of this. Okay. All right, so I'll go ahead and continue. So it offers some useful tips. Capitalization, and when to use it when it's a fragment, or when the material is actually misspelled, to use it and not change what the speaker is saying, to get the full effect and to copy exactly. And then it talks about the punctuation, which for middle schoolers in my case is extremely important, those small details. And then we have a little quiz here. Here's a quick and easy example here of how they're using quotes. Okay. And here, something to remember. Indirect quotes, rephrasing or summarizing another person's words. Not necessary to use quotation marks. And as in reported speech. And just a reminder not to put too many of them, to use them sparingly. Okay, so there's a small quiz at the end. And so as you go, which one of the following is not one of the reasons that quotation marks are used? So students can choose A, B, or C. And basically what you'll find is you'll get immediate feedback from what the kids understand or don't. And then it goes through the quiz. Basically it goes through the slideshow. So I'm going to go through all those. And then that's basically it. Now to elaborate, I can actually go back. Leave this presentation. I'll show you quickly my asking questions one. This will show you more of the actual writing piece that I use with the students. Let me go back here. So the intent was to simply ask this gentleman in the green jacket some questions. The students are having difficulty with, the do operator and the who, what, when, where, why, and where do the verbs go in relation to the subjects. So basically this particular piece, the students had to, on their device, had to move it, click and drag this are, this is, and why, and do. I had them at the bottom, and you had to move them correctly and then press done. It's quite nice. It's called fill in the blanks. So just like a little close activity, if you will. And then the students can actually write a question for Mr. Carter, and you would see the student name, and they would say, where are you from, or what university did you go to, and you can see immediately what everyone is writing and whether it's correct or not, which is the purpose of the activity. And Mr. Carter came in and graciously interacted with the kids based on these questions. So it was like a very involved warm-up, if you will. So that was basically the literacy aspect of Nearpod. It is a tremendous resource that I have literally just scraped the surface of, and I hope you find it useful, and as you maybe hopefully delve into it to increase your reading and writing literacies of your students.